The German Shepherd dog is undoubtedly the most widespread and best-known breed in the world. It is the dog par excellence, but at times not sufficiently appreciated. This video aims to increase viewers' knowledge and appreciation of the breed, revealing its secrets and qualities for those who are still unaware of them. You will be able to see through the following images how this splendid animal is used in all dog activities. A strong dog, built for movement, which it performs with rare harmony and plasticity. It is endowed with considerable attention, vigilance and confidence, having strong nerves, and is faithful and incorruptible, aggressive at the right moment, but at the same time docile towards its handler. Resolute and brave, it will joyfully and diligently carry out any work entrusted to it. It is in fact the dog chosen by the world's police forces to work alongside man in the fight against crime. Its acute sense of smell makes it irreplaceable and infallible in anti-drug, anti-sabotage and anti-kidnapping operations, and again in the search operations for criminals or missing people. In all the police schools throughout the world, each year hundreds of German Shepherd dogs are selected and trained for dog units. Its structure as a great trotter allows it to effortlessly keep its nose in direct contact with the ground and to therefore follow trails with extreme certainty. Combined with its sturdiness and rusticity, this also makes it the preferred choice of alpine dog rescue units all over Europe. Each year, these dogs provide proof of their ability by rescuing scores of people buried by avalanches or landslides from death. Also, voluntary dog rescue units in civil defense show a preference for this breed in search operations for people lost on land and among debris. Thousands of blind people practically entrust their lives to German Shepherds, allowing the dogs to lead them everywhere. Always alert, ready to discard every obstacle, these dogs are chosen precisely because of their docility and the ease with which they are trained. But in the extraordinary use of the German Shepherd dog, we must not forget the use for which this breed was originally selected: herd management, an activity now dominated by the strangest of crossbreeds, but which would actually require all the skills that German Shepherd dogs possess. The origins of the German Shepherd dog date back to around 1895, when a breeder called Sparwasser obtained from a series of shepherd dog crossbreeds from Germany, and more precisely shepherd dogs of Swabia, the Thuringia and Württemberg dogs, Hector Linksrhein, the first specimen in the genealogical tree of the German Shepherd dog. However, the breed's true historic father was the cavalry captain Max von Stephanitz, who, after having acquired Hector Linksrhein and renamed it Horand von Graffath, gave the go-ahead for the book of the breed's origins, Zuchtbuch, registering precisely this dog with the number SZ1. Following on from Horand von Graffath, other dogs that constituted a guideline in the breeding of the German Shepherd dog were Clode von Boxberger, Utz von Hallschutting, the Sieger of 1929, and later still Rolf von Osnabrücker, until arriving at dogs like von den Wienerau, Mutz von den Pilzerfarm, Uran von Wildsteigerland, all dogs that notably influenced the world production with the countless breedings that were carried out. It is always a good rule to buy a German Shepherd dog from a breeder. The dog must have positive characteristics from a morpho-functional and character point of view. Particular attention must be paid to the general health of the parents of the puppy to be bought. An important characteristic is the proven absence of hip dysplasia, which, being hereditary, may damage the future life of a German Shepherd dog. The puppies start to open their eyes at around 12 to 15 days. They will attempt to take some steps in the kennel, but with little success, because they will often lose their balance. Weaning occurs at around 25 days, and the first outings from the kennel coincide with this, in exploration of the outside world. They will be trotting and running at around 45 days old. Weaning will have finished, and they will be voracious eaters. They can be taken away from their mother and begin an independent life. An unrepeatable phenomenon not to be missed is the period from the 3rd to the 6th week. The so-called imprinting occurs during this time. The puppy will irreversibly recognize as conspecific first the mother and then man, and will memorize certain socializing type experiences for life. Play is essential because it helps develop many personality actions. The predatory instinct, possessiveness, curiosity, temperament, their ability to socialize with man. The puppies play with their contemporaries and learn communication and social behavior systems with adults. At 60 days old, they will resemble awkward, chubby teddy bears, but you will already be able to start putting them on a lead, making sure you do not drag the puppy along, instead trying to let it follow you with joy and enthusiasm. At 4 months old, the puppy is able to recognize strangers from its master and family members. You can start teaching it something like sitting down upon command, recognizing its name when it is called, and the command no, to which it will associate every undesired action. The final spurt in growth begins at 6 to 12 months. Therefore the diet must be abundant, especially in males. The first heat in females and sexual development in males occur at this time. The ears are finally erect, but the proportions between the various anatomical regions of the body are still imperfect. It is a difficult stage, comparable to adolescence in humans. Dogs begin to distinguish danger, but are still not fully sure of themselves to face up to it. It is the worst stage to acquire a German Shepherd dog, because at this time they need the support of a stable master and a familiar and reassuring environment. Obedience training can begin, again performed by the owner. At 12 months, it is almost an adult, only more immature and lighter. It now stops destroying and chewing everything. Its security increases towards strangers, but it will still submit in the presence of an older dog, even if small in size. It will start to be a watchdog, and if male, to mark out its territory, lifting its leg when urinating. At 18 months, females are already nearly fully grown. Growth in males is still to be completed. At 24 months, the hair, color, and anatomical conformation are definitive. The dog is sure of itself, attentive, and able to learn. It is able to impose its personality on humans and others alike. In this regard, it is a good idea to have carried out a correct education program to establish the right pack relationship, where man precisely heads this hierarchy without resorting to useless violence and punishment. A well-educated dog will always respect its own leader of the pack and its family members. We will now build up a picture of a German Shepherd dog. The following images will show what must be the ideal morphological characteristics for a German Shepherd dog. Medium-sized, slightly elongated, strong and very muscular, with a lean build and solid structure. The height at the withers is between 60 to 65 centimeters for males and 55 to 60 centimeters for females. The length of the torso exceeds the measurement of the